Okay, I posted this a few times, but I thought I'd post it again. I'm not sure if I did this with TikTok. Anyways, I got this from the Department of Justice, but didn't download it because the DOJ denied me access to the entirety of its content. The link at the bottom will show you where I found this. It was a really informed read. I won't tell you why, as I was denied access, but the DOJ can. Okay, that's their web address. Okay, this was in the opening of the part that I was reading. Basic obligations of public service, the foundation of ethical behavior, Executive Order 12674. I found this in grammar school, studying the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. Thomas Jefferson enunciated the basic principles of public service. When a man assumes a public trust, he should consider himself as a public property. This sentiment has been expressed by numerous others over time, becoming the familiar principle. Public service is a public trust. If you read the public trust doctrine, you would understand that more clearly. To ensure public confidence and integrity of the federal government, Executive Order 12674, as amended, forms a framework for the ethical behavior required as expected of all federal employees. As a condition of public service, you are expected to adhere to these fundamental principles of ethical behavior. Public service is a public trust requiring you to place loyalty to the Constitution, the laws, and ethical principles above private gain. You shall not hold financial interests that conflict with conscientious performance of duty. You shall not engage in financial transactions using non-public government information or allow improper use of such information to further any private interest. You shall not accept, pursuant to such reasonable expectations as those are provided by the regulation, solicit or accept any gift or other item of monetary value from any person or entity seeking official action from doing business with or conducting activities regulated by your agency or whose interests may be substantially affected by the performance or non-performance of your duties. You shall make no unauthorized commitments or promises of any kind purporting to bind the government. You shall put forth an honest effort in performance of your duties. You shall not engage in outside employment or activities, including seeking or negotiating for employment that conflict with your official government duties and responsibilities. You shall disclose waste, fraud, abuse, and corruption to appropriate authorities. You shall satisfy in good faith your obligations as citizens, including all just financial obligations, especially those such as federal and state and local taxes that are imposed by law. You shall adhere to all laws and regulations that provide equal opportunities for all Americans, regardless of race, religion, color, sex, including pregnancy, gender identity, and sexual orientation, parental status, national origin, age, disability, family, medical history, or genetic information, political affiliation, or military service. You shall not use your public office for private gain. You shall act impartially and not give preferential treatment to any private organization or individual. You shall not protect and conserve federal property and shall not use it for other than authorized activity. You shall endeavor to avoid any actions creating the appearance that you are violating the law. The standards of ethical conduct of employees for executive branch 5 CFR Part 2635 DOI Supplemental Ethics Regulations or Executive Order 12674. A collection of statutes, executive orders, and regulations underscore the notion that the public service is a public trust. The criminal bribery and conflict of interest statutes, 18 U.S. 201 and 202 to 209 respectively, are the core of federal ethics program. These statutes are implemented in large part by the standards of ethical conduct for employees of the executive branch, standards 5 CFR Part 2635 and the Supplemental Standards of Ethical Conduct for Employees of the Department of Interior, Supplemental Standards 5 CFR Part 3501. Violations of ethic laws are subject to criminal or civil action by the Department of Justice. Violations of standards or DOI supplemental standards may result in disciplinary or adverse action. Accordingly, employees are strongly encouraged to consult with ethics counselors before embarking on activity. Any other question about the ethical propriety of that action? Okay, so there was a lot to follow up, but I was denied. Okay, so I'm not allowed in there. After it was open at first, but they keep track of, who's on their website. I had to get back to that. I really hate when that happens. Sorry, I'm on my phone. My hip's hurting, my ankles are swollen. It's really hard to get up to get to the computer. I just want to get back to that because there was something right under it. This is my page, Legal Reform. I post a lot of laws that just aren't happening. Trying to encourage people to confront their political favorites. I mean, come on. All laws, I'm trying to make sure all laws matter. There's a lot of laws that nobody's using. Okay. Okay, this is one part. Violating the oath is a federal crime. Punishable by removal from office, prison, and fines. Judicial qualifications. Okay, come on, guys. Okay, U.S. Title 18, Section 241 and 242, existing federal law. It's criminal to conspire to deprive rights under the color of law. I'm going to go over a case that I had to deal with personally, which was a conspiracy to deprive rights under the color of law. That is actually a legal term. If you look it up, I hope you do, so you can understand what I'm getting at.
I'm in the U.S.
Okay, this is the part, this is what I just read to you. Okay. And then I put that below it. An oath of office, an oath of affirmation a person takes before assuming duties in office, usually a position in government or within religious body. Although such oaths are sometimes required of offices or other organizations, such oaths are often required by laws of the state, religious body, and other organizations before the person can actually exercise the powers of office or organization. It may be administered at the inauguration, coronation, enthronement, or other ceremonies connected to taking up to the office. It may be administered privately. In some cases, may be administered privately and then repeated during a public ceremony. Some of the oaths of office are statements of allegiance and loyalty. Some oaths of office are statements and allegiance of loyalty to the Constitution or other legal texts, or to a person or office holder, e.g., oath to support the Constitution or the state, or loyalty to the king or queen. See Oath of Allegiance. under these laws of a state, it may be considered treason or high crime to betray a sworn oath of office. The word oath and the phrase "I swear" refer to a solemn vow. For those who choose not to, the alternative terms solemn promise, so solemnly affirm, and I promise and I affirm are sometimes used. Violating the oath is a federal crime. Okay, that's what I wanted to get to you about. I mean, none of that's happening. Nobody's going to jail for violating the oath. Nobody's living up to the oath of public service. Okay, so I read it for you. I got it off the DOJ website. There's other government websites that have it. Illinois, or not, I think Department of Homeland Security. But I'll get to that later. Okay, so I just wanted you to just get an idea of what I'm dealing with and what I'm trying to do. What I've been trying to do for so many years. Thank you. This is Legal Reform.